What's going on, guys? Welcome into Blazers Uprise Live. The Blazers have some new threads, and we're going to grade them and get your guys' thoughts on them as well. The opinion around them was pretty split. It was split pretty evenly. I ran a poll on Twitter. I'll get into that. We'll also take your questions, and we'll just discuss, this upcoming offseason, because we're only about 3 weeks away from the draft and potentially about 3 weeks away from free agency, since that should be right after the draft. So we're going to ramp up for that, and as always, we're your number one stop when it comes to offseason content, because me and Eric, we actually know the damn CBA. I've seen a ton of trades lately just that aren't possible, that aren't realistic, that, don't make any sense. And we're your guys' people to sort through the mess, because it's a bunch of hot mess right now on the rumor mill. So, anyway, Eric, how's it going, man?
Oh, pretty good. How was your day?
It was chill. It was a chill day. How was your guys' day, chat? What's up, Shane? What's up, Malcolm, Oscar, Chris Stevens, Thomas Saransky, Jado, Portland Maid, Oscar, Scalabrini, Westbrook. What's up, guys?
My daughter is very interested in being in this video tonight.
Is she? Yeah, I can tell. Tori looks funny. Yeah, I'm not rocking the hat. I don't know. I forgot to even put it on. I just kind of went live. So, yeah, but as far as the trade talk, all right, I just got to lead off with this. Maybe, I'm going to save this until we have more people in here, because I'm tired of a certain source that always breaks a bunch of rumors that's just a bunch of BS. And you might be able to guess who I'm talking about, but I don't want to get to that until we have more people in here, because I'm so tired of seeing people talk about stuff that this guy is reporting on that makes no sense. So, anyway, what's up, Ben? Yeah, it is the no hat, Oscar. But the jerseys, all right? What do we think of the jerseys? It's in the thumbnail. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys, in case you guys haven't seen them. I assume all of you have seen them. Put it up over Eric's face because he's trying to parent right now. So these are the table with the chair. These are the new threads that the Blazers released. I had fun with this thumbnail. I got to mess around with a different color way and a different type of thumbnail than I normally do, so I had some fun with this. What do you guys grade these? Let me know in chat. I want to know what you guys would grade these. I dropped a poll on Twitter, on the Blazers Uprise Twitter page. If you don't follow it, at Blazers Uprise YT is the Twitter page. And I dropped a poll because I was curious what people would grade it. I shouldn't have even put a time limit on it, but I accidentally did. But we got 300 votes, and this was the results. This is what people think, apparently, of these. Good old emoji. Of these uniforms. You had 28.7% said D or an F. 27.7%, so almost equal, said A. 24% said B. 19% said C. I'm like in between a B and a C on these. Eric, what do you grade them?
Yeah, I'm right in that grade too. I said B on the poll, just because I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're great, but I don't think they're like horrible. I kind of like to see them in action too before I make my final decision. But yeah, I mean it's just for a year, right? So if they're horrible, like you can just
Yeah. At this point, I'm giving it a C because they could have done so much better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what the color scheme represents. Oh, are you? Oh, yeah, you were taking care of the kiddos. Yeah, so anyway, let me Eric, what are your thoughts on them, bro? Sorry, I muted you because you were like sounding like you got chaos or whatnot.
Yeah, it's all good now. But I don't think they're great, but I don't think they're like horrid either. And at least they're only for a season, and we can switch it up and do something different next year. I kind of want to see them in action before I give my final judgment. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. I like the lettering of the Oregon and the homage to the sign or whatever. But just I don't know. It's a weird color scheme, I guess.
Yeah, what is with the stripe? What is with the colors on the stripe on the side?
It's supposed to be earth tones or something to It's got some
But,
like
like-
Native American meaning to it, which is fine. Like the story behind it was cool and all that, but
Red, then light blue, then dark blue, then yellow, then orange. How is that earth tones? I don't understand that.
Shane says it's supposed to be the national tribes or something, and
Okay.
I wanted to do like a PDX carpet one. I think that'd be cool, but
Yeah, I feel like that's overplayed. They should have. Okay, my biggest problem with this uniform, I should put it back up. My biggest problem is the brown. Man. It just like, I get what they're going for, but I feel like to make a really cool jersey, you got to balance with like representing stuff, so you kind of have like a wood tone on the jersey, and then this stripe represents the tribes or whatnot. You got to balance that with a color scheme that actually works at the same time, right? You got to balance like being representative of the region while also having something that's aesthetically pleasing. And it's like they went away from aesthetically pleasing and just tried to throw as many things that represent Oregon in one without like trying to make it mesh. You know what I mean? So you have the Oregon sign, you have the wood tone, and then you have this stripe. If it wasn't for the stripe, I think these jerseys would look better. If it wasn't for this brown, I think the stripe would look better. You know what I mean? It's just the brown with the stripe, for whatever reason, it just clashes to me.
yeah, I mean, I guess they don't really care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't scream like, I mean, there's one little Blazer logo in the bottom right corner, but other than that, they kind of, I think these would be more appropriate for like the Ducks, not the Blazers. But
Yeah, here's what I think they should have done. I think they should have went with like a darkish midnight green and had like tree outlines, faint tree outlines, kind of like in this area of the jersey with the Oregon sign above it. And then, you know, if they wanted to represent this, they could have done it like at the bottom here. So it would just be a green jersey, but then at the bottom you have like these colors as like a trim around the bottom of the shorts. I think that would have looked cool, and I think that would have, you know, represented the forest. Instead of having like a brown wood type, you'd represent the forest with like the trees and look cool, like a dark green, like kind of faded green. And not like something like the Oregon court where the like trees in the background are completely clashing. I wanted to like blend and be like faint, you know, kind of like how the faint plaid and the plaid jerseys were, and you know, that type of thing. I think that would have looked sick, and that would have worked better. That would have worked with the BioFreeze sponsor, you know, because that's green, and I feel like that would have looked a lot better. I might have to try and like mock that up. And you still would have represented everything. It just would have been something that meshed better. That's the thing with these. It just seems like thrown together, a bunch of things just thrown together without any consideration for how they fit aesthetically.
I wonder if the Oregon thing was because I don't know if that was last year or 2 years ago, but remember there were people petitioning to change the name to Oregon Blazers instead of Portland Blazers. So maybe this is just like, hey, we'll do a jersey for you guys, but we're not changing our.
Yeah,
our
those people wanted to change the name were annoying to me, but
yeah, me too. But I don't mind having it say Oregon. Like you mentioned, I think it's just too much going on in one jersey. But
yeah, I mean, it's funny how like the city edition jersey has the state name, and then all the other jerseys have the city name. That's kind of contradicts itself, but
if we win in them, I won't care.
True. Hopefully it's not. What were those jerseys where we lost like 8 straight games? We were like 0-8 in them.
It was one of the red jerseys last year. It was at the beginning of the season. We lost like every time we played in them.
Yeah. I think it was the throwbacks, wasn't it?
Yeah, the throwback white with the red. Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully it's not like that. All right, hopefully it's not bad luck. Hopefully it's good luck. But, yeah, it's interesting, man. I hope... Here's the thing. If you're going to do a jersey like this, I almost think they got to do an alternative court. Like, I feel like an alternative court could look cool with, like, what they have going on here. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have, like, instead of the Blazers logo, you have, like, the Oregon sign. Dude, the Portland Oregon Stag sign would be the half-court logo. That would look sick. And then, you know, you could have like the stripes around the court and it matched the jerseys, so it wouldn't look like that weird. That's what Utah does with their like sunrise jerseys. They have a court to match it. It would look weird if like, okay, we're at home, these are our jerseys, and we're playing on a on our normal court, a red court. Granted, we don't even know what our court's going to look like next year because it's not going to look like what it looked like last year when it was the anniversary court. So I'm curious to see what our court next year looks like. Of course, we don't know how much we're going to be playing. You know what I mean? Like, there's still so much stuff in the air, so I'm just spitballing here. But I think they need to, okay, you came out with these jerseys, come up with a court that matches them, and I think it would kind of help the jerseys be more aesthetically appealing.
Unless they're just like completely awful, and then you wear them a couple times, and then don't wear them again, maybe, and then just forget about the court. But
I like alternative courts, though, man.
Yeah,
like just throw a change up in there.
Different things, but yeah.
Yeah, because I love Utah's, like, their Sunrise jerseys. They get too much hate. I see people hating on them. I love them. I love the Sunrise jerseys. And the court to match, I think it looks sick. Like, I think that's dope. So, like, and it's, like, not their color scheme, which is, this jersey is not representative of our color scheme. So, yeah, I don't know. Man. It'll be interesting to see what they do court-wise next year if they do finally have an alternative court, because a lot of other teams have done that, and Portland has never done that. And it'll be interesting to just see what our main court looks like.
Joel said they leaked parts of the court in 2K Next Gen trailer. I didn't catch that, but I remember seeing the trailer, but not the court.
I'm gonna watch it on my phone and try and catch it. Actually, maybe I should. You want me to try and find that, guys, or no? Because I'm kind of curious right now. I'll search it. I'll make sure to turn off the volume, and I'll see if I can find it. All right, so what do you have anything specific you want to talk about on the jerseys anymore, or do you have something else you wanna bring up, a different talking point?
No. Dave Gibson asked us a question that was unrelated to the jerseys. I don't know if you want to answer that or not.
You can go ahead and answer it if you want.
Okay. So he asked, hey guys, what do you think of Vernon Carey as a draft prospect for the Blazers? I mean, he seems to me like a big that isn't really well suited for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't want to take him at 16. I think that would be a huge reach. I guess I wouldn't have a problem with him being in the conversation in the second round. But yeah, it's definitely not someone we'd look at in the first round unless we traded down maybe. But I just don't see him as being a good fit in the NBA.
Whoa.
We find it?
Look at that. And
With
then
the stripes?
It almost
That's
looks like
cool.
it goes red there. Huh. The key is red. So like how it was previous years. But like the stripes are black, and then what? It goes to red. That honestly, you know what? I've had this idea before. Like, why don't they do like stripes? You know, because it's kind of like the way the logo looks, the 5 stripes, and like fade it into change it to a different color. You know what I mean? So I think that looks sick. I don't know if we can see any part. The only thing I have to say on this is, I don't know. You know what? I think it will look fine. It's just like the red baseline with the red key. It will be interesting to see how that looks. But like, I assume like one side like would be black and then one side red, and it'd fade like this over here, and it'd fade, it'd change on the other corner. Dude, I think that looks sick. So I don't know if okay, who said they leaked part of it in the trailer?
Joel did.
Was there any other part of the trailer that you could see the court at all, or no? Because I know it was like a lot of like, it was like gameplay between the Mavericks and the Warriors. Yeah, that was the only part you could see the court. But I like that idea. I think that's dope. Yeah. I think that's dope. Yeah, so I've wanted them to do that type of thing, to do like 2 different baseline colors and fade it with like the stripes, like how the logo is. So I'm happy with that, man. Of course, I was like the only person that didn't like their court going into this year, and I mean, like, I got used to it, but I still like thought it was kind of I get that as a throwback, so like if I was 40 or whatever, then I'd probably like it more, but I still was just kind of like on that court all year, so I'm excited to see this one. I'm excited to see this one for sure. I think it'll be clean. We better have a Rip City jersey. I mean, I assume we will. I like the way Nike does the jerseys now, how they're creative, Because it was
Yeah.
boring before, and now it's just the creativity with Nike and the alternative courts and that type of stuff. It's fun, man. I like it.
Yep, I like getting a different jersey every year too.
I should have gotten
But-
the plaid. I should have gotten the plaid jersey. I really liked that jersey, man.
hmm
That's the thing. That's what sucks is when they come out with a good jersey like that, it's like next year it's gone. Because the plaid jerseys I thought were sick. I thought that was maybe their
Yeah.
best like alternative type of jersey.
You were saying you kind of liked it faded, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted it to look a little more plaid than it did, but
Yeah. There's like a balance.
because you couldn't really tell it was plaid on TV at
Yeah.
least.
Like I feel like they needed to make it where like you could barely tell it was plaid on the TV. Like keep it subtle, but not as subtle as they did. Because that was pretty subtle. But 3-point line red, yeah, that's what I also noticed in that trailer is they had the 3-point line red, which
Maybe they should do red and black plaid sometime.
red and black plaid.
Just go all plaid.
The problem is you would be
Like
able to like
lumber-
read numbers
lumberjack
or
plaid.
names, you know. Like that's the one problem with that is it makes it like impossible, which I assume is why they went with the subtle. You know, I thought the subtle worked though, and even if it was just like straight like dark gray, it still would have looked good just because like the way the trim was, the lettering and all that.
That's what these jerseys should have been if they were going to do an Oregon theme with trees. Have the red and black plaid for like lumberjack, right? And then the numbers are like wood, like a brownish wood color.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to read the numbers because that's a cool idea, but like,
If they were like a lighter brown, I think they'd be fine.
yeah, what trim do you put with that though? Because black trim probably doesn't make them pop enough still. You know what I mean?
Maybe just like white. I don't know.
Yeah. See the white. I feel like the white trim would look out of place though,
Yeah,
on
that's
like
true.
that type of plaid, but like a black trim wouldn't make it pop enough. See, like these are the type of things that I like go over in my head when I'm making thumbnails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, because that's the thing. Like I'll put like the glow. My hair is crazy right now. Oh my goodness. What happened to my hair? I need to put my hat on. Where's my hat? It's right here. And I keep checking my hair too much. But there we go. All right, I'll rock backwards hat for once. But what was I saying? What was I talking about?
Doing thumbnails and
Oh
jerseys.
yeah, because I put the different like glow and it's just like you want it to like contrast, but not contrast enough, but also make it pop at the same time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I should start trying to do like mock-ups of jerseys. That'd be kind of fun. But anyway, we'll take your questions. Also, I wanna talk about. Okay, who do you think I'm talking about when I'm speaking on a guy that reports a bunch of rumors that aren't ever true and it just seems completely made up? Who am I talking about, Eric?
Well, I think I know the answer already.
Yeah, who do you think? I'm curious to see if you know.
Scoop B.
Yes. Okay. So